welcome to the unboxing of Walker earbuds. So I've acquired these earbuds directly from the manufacturer. The reason I've been chasing up a system like this is mostly because I've been at the range I run with, you know, your big chunky electronic earmuffs, but on hot days they get sweaty, they're uncomfortable. You try running an IPSC match and they're not ideal. When I'm out hunting, however, I use your little ear plugs, the little ones that you roll up, stick in your ears. But the thing is, they block out all the noise. So, you know, you might miss hearing that break of a twig or any of those real tiny sounds that you rely on. So it's a matter of balancing between, you know, comfortableness and the practicality of having something where you can pick up all the different sounds or being too cumbersome. And that's where these earbuds, I'm hoping, will fit that little niche. So they should be multi-purpose. They should be able to work at the range, block out all the pistol noise, all the gunshots, and still be able to hear, you know, the RO, the range officer's instructions. Should be able to hear what's going on beside me and around me. The other good thing about these, so these are the Razer XVs. These actually have Bluetooth capability, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to use these at the gym, you know, to listen to music. So I'm currently using these monstrous bloody Bose portable headphones, and they work alright, but just like the electronic earmuffs at the range, they're so big and cumbersome and they just sweat up and they're just not that great. So these earbuds, Razer XVs, have the capability to, you know, listen to music and whatnot. The other benefit of them is that you can take phone calls with them. So I'll be interested to see how easy they are to sync and how easy they are to use. I won't be able to give you a practical demonstration of it right now because this is just an unboxing and it will need to be charged and whatnot. So let's get into the unboxing. Let's see what we got here. So there's my receipt. A lot of packaging. A very big box for what is essentially a fairly small item. That's why I'd rather it be a little bit extra padding and secure this for the shipping. This is the design just there. Hopefully you can get a pretty good view of this. I'll try to find a photo to upload. But just like all my unboxings, I'll do an in-depth field review, which will have once I put these through their paces. So I'll just read a bit on the box. So they've got omnidirectional microphones, HD speakers for clear audio, a USB charging port. They're powered by rechargeable lithium-ion batteries for extended field use. Now, this is one good thing I like about them compared to a couple of competitors. So there are some other electronic earplugs that are around, but they don't have the capability. They're not so secure. They're just these little things that stick in your ear. These here, they've got these little retractable lanyards, I suppose, that retract back to this little neck doodad that sits on your neck. And from what I've read, it's pretty comfortable. Volume control for Bluetooth audio, the Bluetooth pairing button, volume control for the earbud mics, a flexible rubber band, and high density foam tips to maximise the noise reduction. The other thing, I haven't been and had a look yet, but these should have a few different types of ear foam sizes to accommodate, you know, the size of your ear canal. Alright, let's open this box then. Alrighty, so let's get these bad boys out of the box, I suppose. Pretty excited. I'm heading to the range tomorrow, so I'll be able to start field testing them fairly quickly. One thing with hearing protection, it's something I take very seriously. I've got some mates that have done some pretty irreversible damage to their ears, so yeah, it's not something that we take lightly. Alright, so the packaging's fairly simple. It's got a pretty plain English explanation of how it works. Warranty, okay, so it's got warranty. Walker's warranties this product to the original purchaser to be free from defects in materials and workmanship under the normal use and condition for a period of 1 year, parts from the purchase date. So 1 year for your earbuds, that's a decent enough warranty, I think. So look, oh wow, okay. These are a lot more flexible than I thought. You look at the photo and they look like they're completely rigid, so that's quite interesting. I like that. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, that you don't notice that at all. It's pretty handy. Okay, what else have we got in here? Okay, so it's got the actual different tips in the charger by the looks of it. Okay, so there's the different tips just there. So you got what looks to be a bit of a larger one and a medium size one. USB connectivity for the charger, so that'll be handy. Here we go. So yeah, so there's just got the different types of heads. Oh, wait, okay, so they retract to a fairly decent length. And how do they retract? Oh, there we go, little button there. Oh, yeah, just like that, snug as a bug. Comes a little bag to transport them in, so that's quite handy. We'll see how they fit in here. Oh, there we go. They just roll up like that. Straight in. Very light, very light. Now, if I compare the weight difference between these Razer XVs and the normal electronic earmuffs that I run, it's chalk and cheese. There's a huge difference in the weight. Yeah, very happy with a little spot there, I'd say, for the charger too. There we go. Okay, so you got a little charging port just there. Quite handy. Look, I think it's just going to be like anything, as long as you take good care of it, it should last. I really like the fact that the actual hearing protection themselves, they can work without without the batteries. They still act as a natural earplug, like you'd normally wear at the range. Okay, so I haven't sized these or anything, so I've still got these in the packaging. These look to be the medium types, but they fit very comfortably in the ear. Probably need to switch them up as you would a normal earplug. And you'll wait in here for it to expand. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. I'm not sure how to go about keeping these foam tips clean. I'm hoping they have some cleaning instructions, because that'd be the one supposed concern. There it is. Little retraction button is there. Very handy. Yeah, I'll do a field review on this and torture test them as much as I suppose you physically can the hearing protection device without putting my own hearing at risk. But yeah, I plan on trying them out at the range, trying them on I've got a hunting trip. I'm going to be chasing some fallow deer in a few weeks, so I'll give them a crack out there when we definitely need to hear as much as what we can. Shooting some clays in a couple of days, so I'll test them out there. I'll give them a run at the gym, and even going for a jog, I might try that as well. As far as the mobile phone connectivity, I can't see a speaker. Oh, actually, maybe it goes off with the speaker that it uses to interpret the sound. I'll give them a try, trying to make a phone call to my wife or something, and yeah, we'll see how it all goes. I look forward to giving these a really thorough test, because like I said, I have a big interest in hearing protection, so I'll be very interested to see how these run. Still a fairly new technology, I suppose, but if it works right, I mean, revolutionise hearing protection for not just hunters and shooters, for all kinds of things. I mean, where I have my normal 9 to 5 work, I constantly have to wear hearing protection. Something like this could be real handy if you need to shout out instructions in an emergency or whatnot. Thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe for the more in-depth reviews and more unboxings. Yeah, I'll I'll attach a link to this once I've uploaded the full review. Like all my full reviews though, I want to make sure that I've given a proper run before I cast my final judgment. Thanks heaps. Have a good one. I'm gonna have to edit this in during the process. I've literally just stood up and I was just checking out the bag that comes with it, and it's actually more than meets the eye. You've got, you know, your main compartment for the earbuds themselves to sit in. But what I find is really neat is it's got this other little compartment, complete with Velcro strapping, where your charger can sit nice and neat into, which to me it's just a little thing, but just a nice little thought, I suppose.